Hi, Libra. Ooh. So today, right now, Mars is moving into Taurus. This is going to cause quite some upheaval in your emotional life. Anything that you haven't been saying, anywhere where you have not been treated well, any third-party situations you may have become aware of and not said anything about, anywhere where your relationship with people was marked with deception or dissatisfaction, is suddenly brought to light. Things get moving right now, today. These are things you have wanted to say for so long. These are answers you've been looking for so long. These are steps you've wanted to take for so long. And it has been such slow going. Things get so crazy, actually, that you may need to just take some spa weeks. Make your decisions. You made these decisions a long time ago, actually, and didn't follow through with them for whatever reason. Your astrology would say that it's because of children or other relationships, especially if it's about love. You just didn't want to rock the boat. And the scales are swinging so wildly in January. I don't have to tell you, you're a week in. Well, it's about to get a lot crazier. A lot crazier. It's you. You are energized by Mars and Taurus. No more elephants in the room. Whatever it is, you're going to say it. And then you're going to relax. And you're going to take care of your skin and your hair and your nails. And you're just going to maintain your beautiful self. And let everyone else deal with the mess that they've made for however long. And you just didn't say anything, especially if it's an earth sign. You're so done with it, especially the cheating. And the most important part of this, on January 13th at this new moon, you have a great opportunity. I mean, a huge opportunity to find some real happiness within the self. The new moon explains to you through some occurrence that now is not the time to be looking for anyone or to be accepting any new applications. Give yourself a rest, give yourself a break. If you have been dealing with a Virgo and you have felt that things have been really slow and stagnant, and is it ever going to move past the stage we're in right now? It doesn't look like it. Also, whatever stagnation you felt in that relationship or that situation that you have either said something and gotten out of, or it's dissolving on its own, it was marked by the stagnation because there wasn't enough introspection on either end. So it is time to spend some time by yourself. Do the things you love, pamper yourself. But also just say it how it is. Start the process, whatever the process has to be. Whatever you don't feel like doing anymore, be honest about it and just say it how it is, and let's get on with it. That's your whole vibe. And I'm happy for you because I think in your own way, you've been trying for a while now to to say it or resolve it. And I think you've also been hoping that people would be better than they are, and that things could be resolved without you having to actually acknowledge it or step in. But no, in January, you're like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm going to save my money, save your money. That's one of the things I have written down here, especially between the 18th and the 22nd, save your money. There's a shocking amount of instability is what I have written down. A shocking amount of instability in your life in January, especially when it comes to your emotional ties to people, but also your money. It's a wild period for you, actually, because you've spent so long not saying it the way you should have said it. You've mentioned it, you've said it, but not the way you should have said it. And now in January, it's like you can't be stopped. You just gotta say it. But just understand that you're now playing with the future of these relationships. They could very well end, especially if they're toxic, especially if there's been deception. January is the month where those relationships go away. So yeah, what I have written down here is you just, Mars enters Taurus and you're done. You see everything how it is. You see everything how it is. There's no need to be worried now if you're interpreting right. The first three cards are Mars going into Taurus here. And then you just like laying it out how it is. This is how you're treating me. This is what you're doing out there. None of this is working. I'm done with you. Or for whatever reason, you're just not focused where you should be, and I'm done with it. Like, it's just, it's the fuckboy card, you know? And now you find your happiness, because January is not the month to start something new. No, it's also not the month of casual encounters. Casual encounters in January for Libra lead to very long-lasting mistakes, like accidental pregnancy, like contracting something. Just be very careful. It's a time to cleanse and purge, not take on something new. It's a time to finally get that monkey off your back and say it how it is and let the chips fall. It's just, there's no holding back anymore. Too much has been taken away from you for too long. I know Libras who are a shade of themselves, of who they used to be. The amount of energy and happiness and overall bubbliness that used to be the hallmark of their personality is just gone, because they've lived with the weight of something that they haven't been able to say, or didn't know how to say, or didn't have the proof to be able to say. Everything kind of gets thrown into the light in January. Very Capricorn, like, just, we're gonna say it how it is, you know? And it's super tumultuous because people expect you to be the one to steady others and steady the situation and, you know, be the nice guy. And you're the one now rocking the boat. So when you start rocking the boat, people really don't know what to do, you know, because it's someone like you who would stop someone like what you're, you know, like you. And they're caught up. The only person who can stop this boat from rocking is you. So hopefully by the end of January, what you realize is that whatever has happened should only be an even stronger sign for you to look at what is going on inside that made you stay, that made you not say anything, that made you endure what looks like a situation that was very much beneath you. And affected your sense of yourself. Took something from you. Don't worry, you can always get it back. That's not the point. Don't start thinking about that now. Focus. When these sudden crazy revelations happen, when you start having these talks and you hear yourself saying the words and you cannot stop yourself, just remember, it's time. The astrology supports it. Save your money. Don't start anything new. Let things end. Settle things as diplomatically as possible. Spend some time reflecting on the self, and you'll be good as new. Oh my God, I love you, and I'm so proud of you, and I don't always say that because I know you don't need it. But you have been very strong, and it has been terribly difficult. You deserve this, you know. You deserve to be able to say it how it is. And not be made to look foolish or paranoid or silly or insecure. It's a truly liberating month if you allow these successive shocking moments to be a liberation, each one. Good. Love you. Hi Libra, welcome to the second part of your reading. So that first card there tells us a lot of what we need to know in terms of what's influencing you. Mars in Taurus, like I said, is affecting your intimacy, your relationships, how much you can trust people in those intimate relationships. And if there's anything there that speaks to distrust, it comes up and it comes out. And for the first time in a long time, you are willing to put action behind your words. Now, that is not easy for you to do when what is in question is your security. Security means the world to you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for the sake of security, you have sacrificed quite a lot, especially in the last few years. So sometime in January, right around the new moon on the 13th, give or take a day, an opportunity comes to you. Someone offers you an insight. A thought occurs to you. Something from the past pops up. Doesn't matter how it happens, but a lesson comes upon you. You have to get back to being happy yourself first. You have to find yourself again. Regardless of what it is that you need to talk about, whatever the elephant in the room is, that's not really the issue. The real issue is how far you've gotten from you. You know, that fun, easygoing, carefree, you know, that you. It occurs to you in a few days, in about a week from now, that you've got to do some work to get back to that. It's in there. Of course, it's you. But you haven't been you in a while. Some of you, because of a pretty stagnant, toxic earth relationship. Something that kept you secure, but not happy. What you find in January is that you don't need anyone to make you feel safe and secure. You got that. And it happens just in a few days. You may already be here. Past week, you may have already figured this out and moved on it. And if you have, congrats, because the quicker you move now that you have the energy, the better things go. Get it done, put it behind you, move forward. Move forward to yourself. it would be the most terrible thing for you now to jump from this relationship, job, friendship into another one. That is not at all advised. In fact, starting anything new in January is not advised. January is your tying up huge loose ends that you really didn't think you'd ever want to talk about or openly confront. There's just something about the sudden twists in January that bring it all up. And after having Mars parked in your house of relationships for 6 months when it was in Aries, everything that is built up inside of you over the past 6 months when it comes to your relationships, not just love, but in general, it's been like a ticking time bomb. And as soon as Mars goes into Taurus today, that pressure valve comes off. And KaBoom. Now, the best part about this is that you come out of this feeling great, feeling strong, feeling good, feeling proud of yourself. And already you're starting that journey back to yourself. It's not going to take you very long. That fun, exciting, easygoing, beautiful person that you are, it's still there. It's still there. Don't worry. There's just a lot of unspoken things hanging in the air, and they've been hanging around you for so long that it's affected you. And now it's time for you to take your life back and let people deal with the consequences of their actions. Right? Good. Now, as far as looking at each sign, like that Taurus up there, this Virgo here, more about relationships, more about money and what happens into February, that's all in the extended. There's a link to that below, as well as links to everything, personal readings, the Quietest Revolution rings, the Lunar New Year meditation, but you can find them all at ambercon.com, which is the first link below. The individual links are there as well. So have fun. And if you enjoy daily astrology, come join us and become a part of the Rev Fam at the Quietest Revolution on Instagram and get a look at your daily astrological transits by sign. I love you, love you. Let's get into extended right now.